Now, concerning the conjugation, concerning the formation of present perfect in German, we have noticed and we have mentioned some 5 good points, but now I want to see practically how is it done. But before we see some practical sentences, I want to let you know there are some verbs. By now you know, but I will remind you, there are some verbs that are irregular. These irregular verbs are not just regular. And because they are not regular, they have some behavior that the best way for a student to learn them is just to memorize them. So, and then they are participle 2, participle 2, that is the past participle, will also be irregular. And I have some of them on the board here. That's the only way, the fastest way, the easiest way, yeah, the comfortable way, the most comfortable way is just to learn them by heart and make use of them. So I have, for instance, beginning. Interestingly, the list of the verbs are behind your dictionary, or you can even get the list of irregular verbs and the past participle or participle 2 of irregular verbs. You see a long list of these verbs, and one should just be used to them just by practicing them and all that. So, but then we just have some of them here that will make us to know what we are talking about, and then it will be easier to locate the rest and to practice with them. So I have beginnen, and then the participle 2 of beginnen is begonnen. Gehen, gegangen. Fliegen, geflogen. Empfehlen, empfohlen. Essen, gegessen. Fahren, gefahren. Finden, gefunden. Kommen, gekommen. Now, we're going to use those, some of them, we're going to use them in sentences so that we understand practically what we mean by this participle 2. And the examples are below here. I am taking the verb finden. Where is it? I'm taking this one, finden. This one. And let's see, it means to find. And let's see how it is used in the past. Ich habe, this is the helping verb, habe. Ich habe meine Uhr gefunden. I have found my clock. Or I found my clock. So, I have found my clock. Ich habe meine Uhr gefunden. And if you look at finden, this is the participle 2, that is the past participle that you need. This one will change to this one, and then you have the helping verb occupying the second position, and then the past participle will occupy the last position. Ich habe meine Uhr gefunden. I found, or I have found my clock or my wristwatch. Secondly, so we have the second example. Another second example, I pick the verb. Where is it? Where is it? I pick this verb, fliegen. And if you look at the verbs that I starred, these are the stars that you use sein to build their present perfect, their perfect tense. We use sein to build it. Why? Because they are verbs of movement. I'm going to let's look at that. Gehen, it means to go. So, gehen is a verb of movement. Fliegen is also to fly. It's a part of, it's a verb of movement. Fahren, to drive, is a verb of movement. Kommen, to come, is a verb of movement. So, all of them, these 4, they are verbs of movement. So, when we are building their past tense, their perfect tense rather, when building the perfect tense, you make use of sein as the helping verb that you are going to use. So we have the example here. Wir sind nach Deutschland geflogen. So I pick the fliegen, and then I have wir sind. Remember, ich bin, du bist, ist, and then you go to wir sind. So wir sind nach Deutschland geflogen. We traveled to Germany, or we flew to Germany, or we traveled by air to Germany. So, wir sind nach Deutschland geflogen. We flew to Germany. And then the third one, which I picked the verb to eat. Yeah, this is the verb to eat. Essen, means to eat. And see the way it is formed. Hat Reis gegessen. He has eaten rice, or he ate rice. Hat Reis gegessen. So you see the helping verb here, and then the main verb. This is the main verb, which is, this is the main verb that has turned to the past form, and you see the participle zwei of essen here, which is this one. You put it at the last point, and you put the helping verb at the second position. Then we go to the last one. I use the verb kommen. This last verb, kommen. Okay, so definitely because it's a verb of movement, you have to use the verb, the helping verb sein. So we have sie sind, sie sind. Sie sind in die Uni gekommen. Sie sind in die Uni gekommen. They had come, or they have come to the university, or they came to the university. So the point I'm making is this verb, sein, is the one to be used simply because we are talking about the verb kommen, which is a verb of movement, and then you see the participle zwei, that is the past participle of the verb kommen, will be at the end of the sentence, and then that helping verb, if's verb, will be at the second position. And as I said, this is a way of forming past tense, and then it's actually the most acceptable way of forming past tense, generally speaking, especially when it comes to oral aspect of the language. So I believe with this, you can form so many sentences in the past, and all the present tenses you have been forming since we started this, you have been watching this video. I want you to begin to just be aggressive. Turn all of them to past tense. You're going to be there. Okay. Bis gleich. Wir müssen aber einige Übungen machen. Bleib dran. Bis gleich. Danke.